More and more people are concerned about emergency medical care. Victims of crime, accident, or illness often die before they reach a hospital emergency room. In the Grand Rapids area and in other cities, medical care is being carried to the victim to give treatment quickly on the scene and to save lives. In Grand Rapids, the police department delivers the help. The police officers who give it are specially trained as medics, but they are still lawmen, and their dual role often inflates the already high pressure of the job, but it doubles the satisfaction.
Yes, So I'm coming from that direction. Benjamin, yes, we're coming from out Benjamin, and we saw him here. We were going to the lodge bed, so we turned around to see if we could help him, you know.
Which way was he walking? You saw him?
Coming this way. He was going, he said he was trying to get up on Easton or something. I told him he'd never make it like that. I guess.
What hospital do you want to go to, sir? No idea. Did you get him an ambulance for us?
You want an ambulance? You don't need one.
You ain't got no choice.
The two uniformed men in these pictures are police officers, specially trained as emergency medical technicians. Sometimes they have the help of 4 Grand Rapids doctors who ride with them on weekends in their 2 expensively equipped station wagons. The doctors sometimes arrive in their own police radio-equipped cars. But more often than not, the policemen medics are on their own. That doesn't bother their physician sponsors and teachers, like Dr. John Wilson.
Well, we think their capabilities are outstanding for what they started with trauma, mainly accidents, the usual highway accidents and shootings, this type of thing. They're as competent as anybody you'll find. Now, for this last year, since they've had the training in EKG and various aspects of heart disease, they're quite competent in interpreting the usual bad types of rhythms that develop with hearts. They're capable of knowing not only what the abnormality is, but have the knowledge of what drugs to use. And under our direction, and as soon as the rest of the telemetry equipment is installed under the direction of somebody at the hospital, we'll be able to institute early treatment of coronary disease on the street wherever it occurs. Because we have the basic core of men that work with the E-units, we also have tremendous interest, I feel, in all of the department in giving excellent first aid, both for anything that, both for injuries and or illness. This was something that was not as well stressed, not as well done in years past as it is today.
Bob Wildman and Dick Heine are like all the other policemen in this squad room. They're lawmen with all the satisfactions and frustrations of the profession. They face the same dangers and the same public misunderstanding, hostility, and sometimes honest disagreement with some of the things they do. Wildman is 31 years old, soft-spoken and serious, obviously concerned about the image of the police in the community. Heine is 30, more outspoken and maybe only outwardly more aggressive than Wildman. He's been in the department 6 years. He's had a chance to do other work, but like Wildman, he doesn't want to do anything else. They are police officers. They make arrests, direct traffic, serve warrants, give tickets, and carefully take notes on the latest wanted bulletins during the daily briefing.
54115. Have been wanted by the parole office for a parole violation. Ronnie Johnson, white male, 3/3 of 51. Missing 2309 Briar
That
Hill,
particular wanted bulletin just minutes later led Wildman, Heine, in their car E1 on a hazardous chase. It also compounded the usual frustrations of police work with the added complication of their role as emergency medics. That role is shared by 30 other policemen who have gone through the medical technician's training course and an added course that teaches them how to use heart-starting devices. With refresher courses, the men average an estimated 1,000 hours of training, some of it on the job with a doctor on hand. The emergency units are unique. Other cities have police ambulances, as Grand Rapids once did. Or they have emergency care from the local fire department. Or they have no public emergency care at all. The E-units don't transport injured people, so they don't compete with private ambulance enterprise. And they're always on the road, close to trauma-causing crime and accident. Each of the E-units carries over $10,000 worth of medical equipment. Everything from bottles of oxygen to revive drowning victims or people with other breathing trouble, to bottles of fluids which fight shock and help replenish lost blood. The police officers can inject those fluids only at a doctor's command so far. A new state law has been proposed that will allow them to do that on their own. There is also equipment to revive stopped hearts and other gear to transmit a record of a coronary victim's heart rhythm to Butterworth Hospital, where more experienced specialists can read it and advise on emergency treatment. E-unit patrolmen check their equipment before they go on the street, as they did when we rode into a dying spring blizzard with them. The last thing a command officer said before they hit the icy road was, "Drive carefully." But within minutes, the E-unit was deep in tricky police work after Heine spotted that alleged parole violator.
1710.
There it is. Yeah. Okay. 59140.
South on Clyde Park, attempting to apprehend or stop the Black Old Red Cougar subject wanted on. Give me some siren, Dick. Subject wanted on full violation. Lincoln Boy 643. Headquarters at Chase. We are still southbound from Bird Street. Southbound from Belfield. Southbound from Wisconsin. Southbound from Blackburn. 70 miles an hour, still southbound from Malden.
you, man?
What is it?
You guys want a Lemson's? Get a Rachel Means silent? Anything you think?
10 for, what you said, Glee Wolfpack, representing, Bear City. I'll load you up at, 1718, Charlie 21. David Run.
Hey, Johnson? Boyfriend?
I'm, here with the...
What did he do?
You mean besides running us on a chase like that?
Besides that, I know
He's wanted for parole violation. Is this his car or yours?
It's not mine.
Okay. Come over here. Hey guys, well, if you'll vie for ours. Hey, we ain't got a bad at all, Dick, don't we?
Originally came out 1711, sir.
Oh, we ain't got bad at all. Not further. Parole violation. What kind? I have no idea. Put him on our tissue today. Well, I guess it's probably a stolen car, too. Did you run it yet? No, they put it on the message that he was driving this car with...
During the chase, the fleeing auto, E1, and a Wyoming police car driven by Grand Rapids Police Chief Robert Anderson's son had roared through a 28th Street intersection at rush hour. The fleeing man sideswiped another car, in addition to 2 police cars, and narrowly missed a paper boy. After the arrest, Wildman found an open knife in the car's armrest.
Well, once that one started, even had we backed off, I'm sure the subject would have kept driving in the way he was, and would have been probably more of a danger to the public, especially pedestrians, without at least our siren on behind him. But it's a decision. You don't know who's in the car or what's in the car. It's just one of those things that nobody can answer until it's over. As it was on this one, it turned out for the best, disregarding the fact that we have a few damaged vehicles.
We certainly don't want to take an innocent bystander with us when someone disregards, and like this case, subject wanted for parole violation.
Radio 11-5.
You guys weren't about to stop today, were you?
No,
Do you ever stop? Do you ever back off a chase like that?
I never have yet, no.
What do you think about when you're involved in a chase?
Mainly the pedestrians and the other citizens in their own vehicles.